Oh, whoa. Fancy seeing you here. What are you doing in my neck of the woods? Want to go out for drinks? Maybe a little nightcap at my place? Good morning, everybody. Good? Good. I'm happy for you. So I squeeze. Good way to start the stream. We'll, go for a standard C-bet. Let's get it, boys and girls. Kind of hope he folds, obviously, when it's king high board. Okay. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Hold on. So he checks the turn. I'm gonna block. Did he really check back an ace? That's very weird. Fun bluff. And I have the second nuts, so... Oh, we had the absolute nuts. Well, tit for tat. Win some, lose one. I kind of like his bluff, to be honest. I'm guessing that's what he's doing with his sevens, right? And he was bluffing it. I like it. I can respect it. Okay. Good luck, guys. Sevens again. Gets wrecked by sevens again. That is a great start to a stream. You start off strong. Ready to take on the world. Fucking Ricky Gervais, man. I mean, he was great. I thought it was really, really funny. I thought his opening monologue was awesome. My issue with it was when I go on Twitter, there's all these like right-wing political pundits who are like infamous for being incredibly bad actors and very untrustworthy, like applauding him like he's some kind of champion for the left, and he really stuck it to the libtards, and it was like that wasn't his intention at all. He's just telling everybody to lighten the fuck up, you know? But then on the same thing, the other shit happened on the left too. Like I read a Rolling Stone article that went over the Golden Globes, and they were like Ricky Gervais was unfunny and hateful. Come on, dude. Come on. His shit was good. His shit was real good. I thought that was just so silly, man. People on the left need to get a grip, and people on the right need to get a grip. They both need to get a grip. I thought it was just so silly. And I posted it on Twitter, and there were like people who are Trump worshipers who follow me on Twitter who were very offended, but nobody on the left was like, oh, he's so hateful. There's some leftists though that are probably thinking that, and it's like, come on, dude. He's making a point. All these actors and actresses really got to relax on making like political statements during award speeches, okay? Like, chill. Let's watch this movie trailer, New Mutants. Let's see what that's all about. Could be good. Interesting. What do the comments say? It could be good. I mean, it could be good. A horror comic book movie is kind of a neat concept. This movie being delayed for so long, I can only imagine how weird interviewing the cast is going to be when they try to promote this movie. Yeah, I thought I remember seeing an ad for this like 2 years ago. It's kind of interesting. It could be good. It could be good. I think the concept of a comic book horror movie sounds pretty cool, but I bet you it doesn't actually end up being all that scary. And it probably ends up being overly tropey as well. So I can't say I'm too into it, but who knows? I like that whole cast. I like all those actors. They've all done superb jobs in the past. So we'll see. Could be good. I'm not gonna get my hopes up about that one. We take these away from the felt to improve your game. Is there anything you've done that was a big game changer for you personally? There's no magic pill. I get asked this question literally every day. Study consistency, study consistency, study consistency, study consistency. Did you guys forget? Here, let me remind you. Study consistency, study consistency, study consistency, study consistency. Yeah, guys, write this down. Here's a good piece of advice for you, okay? Don't ask for shortcuts. Don't ask for advice on shortcuts, okay? Because 99% of the time, there aren't any. I grinded for 3 to 4 years playing low stakes to mid stakes to high stakes, grinding every day, day in and day out, studying, getting better, making small wins here and there. I didn't just like all of a sudden like have a 6-figure year just like out of the blue. I've been grinding for a couple years before then. Ask questions that you think is gonna provide you the best value. What are your study resources? What kind of coaching do you think is a good idea? What kind of programs do you use? What do you think about this hand that I played? Beautiful. Paid, baby. Really? Clicked back versus a squeeze? Would have been better off just shoving. Now I can actually find a way to get away from this. Unless he's just doing something fancy. Interesting. Weird. I'm gonna block. Do something. Oh my god, really? Okay, good. You're telling me he just checks back and shows me ace queen of clubs. I have a feeling he's gonna check back and show me queens though. Nope. Ain't no way I am ever calling that. A lot of people ask questions that aren't very value heavy. People often ask questions that are answers they want to hear. not answers that they should hear, you know? Like, I distinctly remember this kid I used to grow up with. I was really close with his brother. And this kid was the little brother. He's a good kid, really good guy. Grew up with him. And I hadn't talked to him in quite a few years, and he messaged me on Facebook after he noticed that I had made some like big scores. This was a couple years back. And he goes, dude, like you're making this much money playing poker? Like, how do you do it? Like, please, like show me how you're making this kind of money. I was like, oh man, good to hear from you, you know? I was like, yeah, I've just been studying a lot for like the last 2 years, and I've had to put in a lot of volume, and I finally got there. And he didn't reply at all. Didn't even say congratulations or that's neat or anything like that, because I didn't give him the answer he was looking for, which was, yeah, man, I just like got this ability gifted from God where all of a sudden I was like really good at poker and I just started crushing all the highest stakes overnight, right? And a lot of people asking similar questions in Twitch chat and on YouTube and through my Instagram DMs all over the place, looking for the same thing. Hey, what's a technique that I can use so that I can be playing high stakes poker by next month? I have a $2 average buy-in. What do you think is the best way to approach being able to have a $100 average buy-in in the next 4 weeks? It's like, dude, enjoy the process, man. Patience. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when I ask questions to people whom I trust, their responses, or who I revere or look up to or admire or whatever, I make sure, like, I catch myself. I go out of my way to think, okay, like, what are some of the more high value questions? What do I need to ask to get the best value I can? And then how do I act on that value? That's what you need to do. Or I just don't even ask at all, and instead I listen. So if you can't think of a good question that's gonna give you the best value, like the best value questions that aren't going to be short-term answers, they're just going to be answers that are fruitful and positive and progressive for you and your, you know, quote unquote journey, then don't ask, just listen. Be a good listener, that's all. And be conscious of your mistakes and try your best to improve them. We checked the turn, huh? That's interesting. I really want to block here. Really shitty if you just like checked back Queen Jack or Ace Jack, you know? I think we'll just go for a small block in a 3-bet pot. Be nice to just have him show me Ace Jack or pocket tens or some pocket queens. Be really cool. Be really weird if he raises here too. A lot of people tend to just, oh wow, really? Bet flop, check turn, shove river. I blocked the nuts, which is huge, right? I also blocked top set. So like jacks wouldn't play this way, nines wouldn't play this way, aces wouldn't play this way. But the thing is like ace queen suited wouldn't play this way, ace jack wouldn't play this way, queens wouldn't play this way, tens wouldn't play this way. So is he just being like really silly with like king jack or ace king? Weird. Weird hand. Weird hand. Really, really weird hand. That's a review worthy spot for sure. I wish I had more time bank there. I might have called it off. I don't know. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense there. Like I would expect him to just call off a lot of stuff, right? As opposed to raise, shove, right? Yeah, just as opposed to shoving there. So it's really weird. Just starting to get some knowledge under the belt and realize the learning will be endless. Yeah. There's almost like zero ceiling. Like I see a lot of people who like go on different streams within the Twitch poker community and go, you're a crusher, you're a crusher. And I think like, okay, for their standards, for sure, understandable. These people are crushers, but like, I don't think they truly grasp what a crusher actually is, you know? All of us in Twitch poker do really well. We're good poker players. We understand the game. We understand the strats. We're solid. Give credit where credit's due, right? Good people. But none of us are like quote unquote crushers. Crushers are the fucking crushers, you know? The Ike Caxtons, the Jason Coons, the Justin Bonimos of the world, the Linus Loves, all those guys, those dudes dominate the game. And they would, like, if you put us head to head, they would make every single streamer in Twitch poker look like pure amateurs. Like we had just started to learn poker. That's how good those guys are. They take it to a whole other level, you know? Let's get max value here, shall we? We know you ain't folding here, bro. Oh, maybe he is. And that's because the ceiling is super high. The ceiling is astronomically higher than you guys think. What is the best way to pick up a girl in a club? Dude, imagine asking a Twitch streamer that. And not only a Twitch streamer, but a Twitch poker streamer. You think we talk to girls? Good one. Basically, your success boiled down to hours in equals results outs. I mean, that's pretty logical, but can you tell me how to skip the grind, please? Sorry, bro. I mean, I don't want to simplify it too much because hours in does not equal success in poker, right? Tons of poker players out there, specifically, just to be, maybe perhaps this is too specific, but live regs, guys who have been playing poker for whatever, 10, 15, 20 years, right? These are guys who go, you know, you hang out with them and they go, son, I've been playing for 20 years. I think I know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, they probably haven't studied a single lick of poker since, you know, 2001, because they didn't need to. They just be mega nits and just wait until they have good hands and just generally make a mediocre to okay living. It's like, okay, well, I guess that's fair enough. Not exactly the life that I want to live, but whatever. So like out and meanwhile, they've probably punted and burned a lot of money in the meantime because they didn't want to take the time out of their day to actually learn how to play some proper poker, you know? Wow, this is really not ideal, but better versus the cutoff than versus the big blind. So best of luck to us. Just because he doesn't have like so many 9-10 suiteds or sorry, just 9-10s in general, or like two pairs. He maybe has like 7-6 suited, 8-7 suited, 9-10 suited, but like much less combos of those once he's in the cutoff, right? Whereas like the big blind's gonna have 9-10 off, 7-6 off, 8-7 off, like all those types of hands. But yeah, as I was saying, like time in is not the full scope of it, right? Time into your studies, time into bankroll management, you know, being patient about not going over your bankroll management, selling action to people, doing swaps or whatever it is that you got to do to survive, while also learning how to get good at the game, being as self-aware as you possibly can into understanding your pitfalls and your strengths. That's important, you know. But putting in volume is less as important. It's still something you need to do. You still need to put in your volume, because, you know, how else do you know, that's a part of learning. But that being said, you know, I could have grinded as many hours as I have now for over the last 3 years, and if I hadn't have studied, I definitely wouldn't have made the kind of money that I've made. I'm 100% sure of that. I'm 100% sure of that. I don't know why they made a sequel to A Quiet Place, but if it's got Cillian Murphy in it, it's hard for me to say no. So that's my thoughts on that movie. That's literally all I have to say. Straight up. Love me some Cillian Murphy, man. Okay, this one, not actually entirely sure what I prefer. Spade. On the stone cold bubble. Ugh. Do I feel a little dirty about it? Yes. Am I also a psychopath so I don't care? Absolutely. Goddamn fucking Freddy Krueger up in this bitch. Jeffrey Dahmer, son. Real quick versus a reg. Yeah, I'm gonna call this with basically a dead big blind. Nice. Nice. That'll help. That'll help. Does that give us chip lead in this final table? It could. Nope, not quite. Almost though. Oh boy. Do I bubble this? I don't know. I don't know if this is correct or not. It's hard for me to fold ace king. 9 on the river. You deserve it. Thought anti-sweats are supposed to prevent me from getting rivered. That's embarrassing. That's a bummer. At least I made a profit, but fuck. Final table. Here we go. Focused, ready to go. We're 3 out of 8. I've got what, 35 big blinds. First place is $500 plus bounties, so about 1,000 for first, maybe 1,200 for first, something like that. So that'd be nice. I haven't spent a lot of buy-ins today, so that actually might help me free roll the day, should that be the case. We've made $92 in bounties. We've got $96 in cashes guaranteed. So I'm gonna be playing a pretty aggressive, like play for first kind of style. So get prepared for some light spots, boys and girls. Ladders. There we go. How often do you do the stream? I try to stream Sunday to Wednesday. I try to stream poker from about 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes it's later, sometimes earlier. And then Saturdays I do UFC related streams, and sometimes I'll do video game streams in between here and there. But minimum 4 days a week streaming poker. Deej. Don't hurt me, Deej. Oh man, you make it really hard for me to want to fold this turn should you decide to barrel me. I don't know what kind of ICM considerations are in folding this, but I'm still gonna call. Oh boy. Go ahead and triple, bro. Go ahead and triple, bro. Oh, bummer. What a nice river for him. Nice river, dude. Nice river. Nice hand. GG. Nice job on 200k DD. Another 10 years of that, and you'll be able to afford a rundown house in East Vancouver. Oh my God, the dream. The dream. Wonder what it'll be like to live in East Van. We'll all have $1 million net worths, but we have to share the same bathroom. All 50 of us in one building. What a great day that'll be. The Vancouver life, man. Only the coolest of the cool live there. Yeah, calling it a day. So for anybody who's watching the YouTube video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think of the videos. Let me know what you think of the play. And also make sure you guys come check out my stream, twitch.tv/DramaticDegen. I stream Sunday to Wednesday. Much love, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.